This is the Bear Country Outdoors Barely a Podcast. I'm your host, Doug Joyce, and with me is James Forsland and Chris Cantrell. Thanks for joining.
Welcome back, everybody. It is season 2 of Barely a Podcast, and we are back downstairs in the room. As you can see, the lovely display that Chris has, as well as some new stuff that we would like to show you guys. We got a sweet plethora of stuff here on the table that we're going to be talking about here soon. That's going to be part of the giveaways at our feature film that's coming up. So, James, why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
So, those of you who haven't heard it 5 million times,
which I hope everyone has before you see this,
we are going to be releasing our big film that we've been working on for a year now. February 9th, doors open at 6, film starts at 7, show up early so that you can have a chance to win some of these prizes, as well as a lot of other prizes that we're going to give away.
From our lovely sponsor, Leupold.
Yep. Leupold has donated. I believe Montana Knife Company is donating.
Yep.
We have stuff from Black Rifle Coffee. We're going to have some stuff from some other sponsors there as well. I don't know if we're divulging that information yet. We have some sort of a lovely gun that Mr. Cantrell is going to be donating to the event as well for a giveaway.
Yeah, Cantrell Outdoors. So we'll do background checks here in Stanwood for you too.
Yep.
And I just heard today from Benchmark Barrels they're going to donate a barrel and an install, meaning that you could say you have an old rifle, maybe you want to change calibers and your bolt face works.
Nice.
They're going to take a barrel and cut it for you and install it. So they'll chamber it, thread the whole deal.
That's awesome.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah, super good folks down at Benchmark. Mm-hmm. They do incredible work, really nice barrels, and I thought that was pretty generous of them.
Yeah, that's really generous. They've been really good supporters of a lot of stuff that we've been doing, and a lot of conservation stuff, and some
they're
of the
local.
issues, and they're local, right out of Savannah. So
speaking of local, Saturday morning. This Saturday, what's the date today?
Today is the 31st, so
It should be the 3rd.
Okay.
Saturday is the 3rd.
So
Yep.
Saturday the 3rd on ESPN Radio. It's the outdoor line. Joey Pyburn called me and asked if I would like to be on that to talk about some of the stuff we've been doing, fighting our game commission and doing things of that nature, and to obviously, plug the old film. But pretty excited about that. So we'll see how it goes.
nice.
Yeah.
So tune
That'll be
in.
good.
What time is that going to
Look at you,
be
Chris.
on at?
I think it's like 6:15 or 6:30 in the morning. I think
Okay.
their show goes from like 6 to 9. I don't know exactly when I'm going to be on, but I will be up early Saturday morning for you guys with a
Do
shit
we have
ton
any
of coffee.
idea what channel that's going to be on?
I think it's 7:10
Okay.
on the AMs, and obviously it's on the internets. And I want to say, is it on like?
It's probably on like iHeartRadio too, I would imagine.
Yeah, I think so. It's the outdoor line.
Yeah.
Google
Okay.
it.
Oh, okay.
Cool
Well,
dudes.
by the time you guys all hear this will probably have already passed.
Yeah.
Because unless Doug really gets on it.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how
Takes us
fast
out.
I can pump this
Come on,
podcast
Doug.
out.
Come on, put it out before.
We'll get her done.
Yeah.
Get her done, guys. No sleep.
But yeah, we got a lot of exciting stuff happening, and we hope that all of you guys that are listening, that are hardcore, we're going to show up to our film premiere and support us and support predator
hunting.
management and bear hunting and
Also,
Just hunting in general.
we're not professionals at this, obviously, but we're trying to figure out what else we're going to have there. But we'll try and see if we can get something together because we're trying to raise some money because we're going to be donating some money to Blood Origins as well.
yes. So part of the proceeds from this event are going to be going directly to Blood Origins, which if you guys aren't familiar with Blood Origins, you should familiarize yourself with them. They are a nonprofit that strictly focuses mainly on getting the good word of hunting and the positive benefits of that across instead of all the negative nonsense that we see out there. And they're trying to reach the masses of people that are also non-hunters. So it's not just about, getting
And
support from the
and he's doing this globally too. It's
Yeah.
not just local.
No, it's not
It's
like
all
Washington
around the
State or
world.
United States.
Yeah, he's fighting all around the world for us.
Yep, New Zealand and Australia and Africa,
yeah.
and Canada, and they just opened another. I think it's another part of their nonprofit, Blood Origins Canada,
Right.
that they just added as well. So, Robbie, you're doing a great job, and part of these proceeds from this film are going to go directly to them to help spread the word.
We wish you could make the film, but we
He
heard that
really
you got
wanted
your
to
own
make
film.
it, but I know he's debuting Lionheart, which is another film that they just finished and have produced and stuff. So I understand that he can't make it to ours, but Robbie's he's going to be in this film at some point. So keep an eye out for that quick little,
quick little.
lovely accented, handsome man.
Oh, just you.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Not letting my wife come to the film.
Oh man.
Well, Doug, why don't you tell us about your show and tell here?
Oh, so
What is that?
so if you watched the last episode of the last season, we got to talk about some late season blacktails that me and Chris got hammered on, and James as well filled his late season tag.
Yeah, with a massive buck I killed.
Hey.
Trophy spike.
Hey, meat in the freezer.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So here is Junior. He ended up scoring, the taxidermist scored him at 110 and an eighth.
Which is for a 3x3, basically, a glorified 3x3.
Yeah.
Is massive.
Super wide.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
blacktail.
he's 17 and a half on the inside spread. I think he shrank a little bit. I think when we measured him, when I brought him over, he was 17 inches tip to tip.
Oh, yeah.
He's about a half inch.
Yeah.
And
Well,
so
he's been drying now, and his skull plate's cut off and everything.
I've had a ratchet strap on it.
it's some
Chris
warm
has
water.
been trying to narrow.
Chris has been stretching it out for me.
Yeah, my buck's about 6 inches wide, so you know.
No, Chris has a dandy buck, too. In
Yeah.
fact, you know what? You should pick that up, Chris, just to show the camera. Little sneak peek at Chris's buck, because I don't think anyone's like, you've probably seen pictures from the internet and all that, but Chris also has his buck from this
Which
season.
is another blacktail. Put it out. Put it a little further out in front, Chris.
Yeah.
Mine fits inside Doug's. It totally fits inside.
Yeah. But it's still like super heavy and
Couple awesome blacktails.
Yeah.
There's no doubt.
beautiful
So
buck.
there's a side by side. Like Doug's is super.
I got the width.
Mm-hmm.
Chris has got me on the mass.
Yep.
with our powers combined.
Yeah.
And Chris also has really tall eye guards for blacktail.
Right.
Yeah, it does
Yeah.
for blacktail.
Yeah.
As you can see, the massive ones I have on the buck behind you. You guys can't see it out of frame. I have a life-size blacktail on the ground that I shot with James a couple years ago.
Yep. Beautiful.
Probably
buck.
related.
It actually looks like the same genetics.
Yeah. So the sticker.
Yep. Very similar.
Yeah.
Which we may someday put out a episode with that buck in it getting shot, which we did film.
Yeah.
We just I don't know. Sometimes
It got put
gets
on.
away
It got
from
put
me.
on the back burner.
Yeah.
We had a lot of other stuff that we wanted to get out.
Yep.
But
Someday.
to finish talking about Junior, is I self-filmed the whole thing, so
Did a great
we're gonna
job,
be
too, by the
dropping
way.
an episode here.
By the
of
time
that.
this podcast
By the time
comes
this
out,
podcast
it
comes out,
may already be out.
it's
or
probably
going
already
to
going to
come
be out. Yeah. And
Do you need some help there, Chris?
I did my best.
You did a great job, Doug.
You did. I've got to see the film that Doug put together on that, and I was very entertained. It was very good. I like the story of the struggle.
Yeah, the struggle was that made the whole thing.
What are we gonna name this film for your buck?
The Redemption Buck.
Redemption buck.
The funny story about this buck is I actually shot him twice,
Yeah, I know.
4 weeks apart.
4 weeks apart, which is an unbelievable
Yeah,
story.
the fact that he came back and gave me another shot was just blew my mind.
Yep,
It's meant to be, Doug.
it was meant to be.
I was so locked in that the buck fever never hit me until I got over to James's house about an hour later. Then I started pulsating.
Yeah. They were like,
Oh my gosh, I got him, Jim! I got him!
It's good stuff.
It was good stuff. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
Well, we'll see what this next season brings. I don't think we have any set plans yet for Washington, but we do have some other hunts planned.
Yeah, let's talk about what we're going to do in 2024.
Chris, why don't you start out? How is your season going to start, and how is it? Do you see it ending?
So draw-wise, this time of year, so I've already put in for Alaska. I've already put in for Wyoming elk. I've already got a tag for Idaho deer with James. Probably going to buy a wolf tag too, I'm guessing. when we
Yeah,
go over there.
wow, absolutely.
I have close to 20 points in everything in Washington State for my special draws, which, you know how you get like shadow banned on Instagram?
Yeah,
I'm shadow banned by the Washington State Fish and Wildlife.
me too.
They're shadow banning me.
100%.
So we'll see. We'll see if I get drawn for something. But and then in March, I'm going to put in for Montana
For deer and elk
for deer and elk. Yeah,
and antelope, probably.
and antelope,
Yep.
and probably buy super tags. Well, I've already bought a couple super tags for a couple different states, so I'll do that, and then see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be a lot more like picky and choosy about where I put in, and that was like, I don't know, gray hair ago, you know? So now I'm just like, I'm just going to put in for everything. If I get drawn, like, I'll just deal with the consequences.
Right.
You know, just go. But like, because you put in for everything thinking you're going to get drawn.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
you end up getting nothing, and you're
And
like,
then
I should have put in for more.
A decade goes by and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, shit. That sucks.
I feel like it's going to be one of those things where when it rains, it pours, and it's just it's going to be like
You're gonna have everything.
you're going to be screwed.
I'm totally going to be screwed.
Yeah.
So I have a trip planned, which I'm super excited about. Which some of you guys will on the 9th you'll get to see my dad in this film, and he'll be there as well. But
I love your dad.
he's a good dude.
He's so funny.
He's such a funny guy. He's like the quintessential dad, you know.
Right.
Solid guy.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to tell you the same story 37 times, and it's going to change just a little bit every time I tell you.
Just to make it that much better.
Yeah.
If
From the
you're
last time you heard
If your
it.
name is Doug, he's going to call you Dave, you know, like not give a shit about it. But we're going to go to South Africa, and I am super, super excited. So we got a trip planned, South Africa and Mozambique, and it's going to get really, really Western. And we have some new sponsors that are coming on board, which we're not going to talk about right now, but let's just say it's going to be pretty awesome, and some of the stuff that we're going to be putting together is going to...
Dude, I'm super excited about these new things. If you're listening, new said sponsors, we're very excited.
Oh, we're going to blow you guys up.
It's gonna be awesome.
We're gonna make you famous, as famous as we are, which is not super.
Not very good.
So
We'll do what we can.
I have...
We're doing our best.
I don't have a lot of bucket list items, you know? Like, I've been around the world, and I've hunted a lot of things, and I got a lot of items checked off that I really wanted, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that I really want that I don't have is a crocodile, and a big crocodile. I'm talking like no chicken shit 12-footer. Like, I'm talking like high teens, you know?
Oh man,
So...
Watch, Chris is gonna shoot a 20-footer.
The next thing you know, by this time next year, we're probably gonna have a 20-foot crocodile hanging over our heads here or something.
God.
I'm
I
super
don't know
excited.
how you'd even get that in here.
Yeah. So
You had to take the sliding glass windows out just to get it in the
We
door.
might have to do some construction to get it in here.
Forklift it in.
it's gonna be
We just
awesome.
make it like you should just get it mounted, like sitting straight up like this, like on hook with the clock in its mouth.
Oh,
you
dude,
know?
that'd be so funny.
Yeah.
Let's just totally do that. I love that movie.
That's an awesome movie, by the way.
So I have been hunting over there in Africa before, twice before. So this will be my third time, and the second time that I went last time was with Rosedale Safaris. Had a great time. Guy named Shaw, really, really good dude. And so I'm decided to go back with him again.
Nice.
And yeah, so he's got a lot of work to do, you know, to put up with me and my dad, especially, you know, to shoot a big crocodile. It takes an incredible amount of work, especially when you got to travel from country to country, you know.
Oh yeah.
Because he's down in you know, RSA, Republic of South Africa, so we got to go up to Mozambique. So it's a lot of work. So he's going to be putting a bunch of work in for me, and I'm super excited.
Putting a lot of
Yeah.
miles
If
on
I'm
the
not
rivers.
mistaken, isn't some of that like that area is where the man eaters are, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like terrorizing a lot of those villages and stuff.
Yeah, which is a little. I'm not gonna lie. So it's gonna be like a combo, right? So a lot of times when you do like a water hunt like that, you could do a hippo hunt too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so people think like, oh, hippos, right? But no, they're like super aggressive and kill a ton of people.
Oh yeah,
So
they're the most dangerous animal in Africa. Aren't
yeah,
Yeah.
they kill the most people. So
Yeah.
minus a mosquito, but which is true.
they? Yeah, that's true.
But I'm super excited to go. I'm really excited for this hunt. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be, I mean, 2 huge, massive animals. It's going to be incredible.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Are you planning on shooting anything else when you're in there? Or just,
Oh, I'm
just
sure.
Going...
This freaking thing right here is just. So to put it into perspective,
Cha-ching!
The last-
There goes those dollar bills
Yeah.
every time you pull that trigger.
the last time I went over there, I think I had 8 animals on my list. There was some airplane issues, so I was 3-4 days late. So by the time I got there, I was like, oh, I'll just shoot 4 or 5, maybe 6, right? I shot 29.
29 animals.
Yeah.
And
So-
then Chris was in debt for the next 10 years.
It's totally worth it.
Oh my gosh.
Totally worth it, yeah.
Yeah.
My retirement is in my taxidermy.
It's worth so much.
Yeah. Yeah, I get $6 out of all this crap when I die. It's going to be great.
really Don's is going to donate it all to like
There's just
some natural history museum
Oh,
or
dude.
something.
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
So
So those are my
that's
plans.
Africa. And
Yeah.
then we're going to wait and see what happens with the draws. And,
Yeah.
But we're definitely doing Idaho.
Yep, definitely doing
Whitetail,
Idaho.
right?
So we're still waiting on Wyoming, still waiting on Montana, still waiting on Alaska.
Yep. And then Washington will obviously have a tag here.
Yeah,
But
it just
what
depends
we're
on
going to do, we don't know.
yeah how good it is.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on the plate.
So I'll be
Sounds
deer
like
elk
for
bear
sure.
unless our Fish and Game Commission tries to screw us out of that.
Yeah.
Which we just had a bunch of big fundraisers here with Sportsman's Alliance.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I missed the one down south in Centralia,
Yeah, I think
Chehalis
we all-
area.
Yeah, we all missed that one.
Um,
Sorry, guys.
But
we were all working, and
it was a dandy.
I think they did good though.
Yeah, turnout. So,
Yeah.
Sportsman's Alliance is getting geared up to hammer the living crap out of our Fish and Game Commission, which
Yeah.
I'm super excited
So
about.
shout out to the people that put that on.
Yeah.
And shout out to Sportsman Alliance and the members of the Conservation Coalition.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah,
Joel over at Black River Taxidermy. I think he played a big part in that as well. So shout
Yeah.
out to him.
yeah, they're doing some work, some
Shout
serious
out
work.
to all the people that were involved in that.
Yeah, good job, guys and ladies,
And ladies, obviously.
and ladies. Yeah,
So,
Doing a good job.
let's see. I should jump into it. What do I got going
yeah.
on?
What do you got going? So you're going to Idaho, obviously.
Obviously, going to Idaho. We both got whitetail tag.
Yeah.
Washington, I'm going to be doing, hopefully be on a special draw elk hunt this year because I have a bunch of points and hopefully a quality mule deer tag as well.
That'd be sweet.
I'm just trying to stay positive because I always talk so terribly about my odds of.
The odds of drawing something.
Yeah, I feel like, and then I always say, I feel like this year is going to be different, and it never is. But I think I'm going to try to stay positive. I feel like something's got to give at some point, and I feel
Right.
like this year is going to be the start of that. I was planning on possibly, hopefully, doing a Cape Buffalo hunt in
Oh,
South
yeah?
Africa. But we're going to see how that pans out because I didn't realize that was coming up so soon.
Right.
So I'm trying to scramble to find time and to find money to do all the things that I need to do to make that happen. And I don't know if you guys have looked at the airfare prices lately for South
I don't
Africa,
want to talk about it.
but it's kind of high.
I'm going to be starting to GoFundMe
right.
for Chris's hunting
But I think
hunting addiction.
more than anything, it's
not
it's finding
not a
the
very
time,
good
you know?
time of timing to be traveling to that area either.
No, and everything's going on in the world and here at home.
Everything's
and
going to
business,
shit.
and it's just
Airplanes falling apart.
Doors are blowing off.
yeah.
Literally.
Well, my luck, I'd probably get on like the tin can of a airplane that's been one too many, and
It's got duct tape on the wing.
yeah, I'm wearing a parachute if I fly. But we'll see if that happens. I'm still hopeful that I can piece it all together, make it happen. Definitely planning on doing a spring bear hunt this year of some sort. I think all of us are, right?
Yeah.
Doug's gonna quit his job if he has
Doug's
to.
going, hey guys, don't put me on the spot, guys.
I'm trying to get a layout on something over in the Midwest.
Well,
So we're gonna keep that a hush hush.
yeah, keep that on the down low until
The
you.
DL until I
Yeah.
get that all figured out.
Yeah,
I plan on going up to Alberta with all you guys, but then, that didn't pan out. So
yeah. Well, we haven't made anything happen yet for that, but it's still possible.
still looking for a good outfitter.
So either, for sure, we're either going to do Idaho
there's
or
always
Montana,
Quinault
probably,
too.
or the Quinault.
oh
yeah.
yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
We're like,
Yeah, that was fun.
That was fun.
it was, and it's close. It's like,
Yeah.
it's really close drive, and
Trailer time,
Mhm.
Letterkenny.
I just think the FU in the face, in
Yeah.
this state, because we get to hunt over bait.
yeah,
and
do
in the
what we
spring,
want.
and everything else they've taken away.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, that's the other thing. So
Speaking of all the restrictions they're putting on, not to Steve Vernelli there right there, but which is great because they're trying to take away so they took away spring bear. They previously took away hound hunting because that's a terrible idea because it is an efficient way
right.
of take. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but I had a guy in the gun shop today who showed me a bunch of wolves over by his cabin, over by let's call it the Twisp area.
Mm-hmm.
Wolves everywhere, like collared wolves all over the place.
Yeah, there's multiple packs over there now.
And then I went to the Barrett Jackson auto auction with the old man last week, right? And as soon as I get on the plane to go to Arizona, my phone goes off, ding dong, and I have game cameras all around the house here. And 50 yards from my house, I have 2 cougars
Mm-hmm.
Prowling around.
prowling around the house.
Like staring at your house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is the second year in a row I've had cougars
2
sneaking
years
around
in
the
a
house.
row.
Yeah. So we definitely have a lack of predators. We should definitely shut it all down because we don't need any management. And I think we should just
Because the fish and game department's doing an excellent job of
Yeah.
managing all that.
And just to repeat that, multiple cougars
yeah.
at one time, and this is the second year in a row that you've had them right up to your house, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And last year and the year before, I think in the year before, we've had Fish and Game come up and have to trap and relocate not only black bears here, but cougars that were killing llamas and goats around here.
Mm-hmm.
So, strong work, Fish and Game.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Commission, specifically.
yes.
A lot of good people in Fish and Game.
The commission.
Yeah, the
So
commission.
they just
not worth a
accepted
shit.
that. They accepted that predator petition from the anti-hunting groups to revisit the seasons that they had already previously set.
They'll probably make all their decisions and laws. The committee or the commission will probably based on a Facebook poll or something. most
Just
likely.
to give you guys an insider of what I think is going to happen is, they're going to chip away at something. So
they always do.
rumors are that they're going to put it back to the way it was previous to, I think it was it 3 or 4 years ago when they changed the rules to where you could shoot 2 bears on the east side.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to change it back to 1 bear on the east side, 1 on the west side, or 2 on the west side. And then they're going to, I think, eliminate some of the early season on the east side too and put it back to September for a lot of it instead of the August 1st.
It was August 1st and then August 15th. They had 2 different openers,
Yeah.
which I never understood.
So depending on the region,
yeah,
some regions were September 1st, some were August 15th, most of the west side of the state is August 1st, and then a few of the east side areas. But I think they're going to put it back to the way it was before, so that would kind of, if it happens the way that I view it happening, it's going to screw us over big time, because you're going to talk about a September 1st opener in the east side units that we hunt,
that would be terrible.
which is
All the
going to
berries
screw
would be
us
burned
because the berries are completely gone at that
Yeah.
point. We
Yeah.
were, before
2 weeks too
September
late
1st,
last
and we
year.
were 2 weeks too late this last season.
Yeah,
if we have a September 1st opener and it stays on the track it's been on,
Yeah.
there will be no berries to hunt
Yeah.
other than like whatever dried up, shriveled up scraps are left.
Yeah.
And that
That
would
just
really
makes it
screw up
that makes it difficult.
hunting.
But
Yeah.
I
So-
spent a lot of time looking around trying to find the food source.
Right. So that could really, really screw it up for a lot of people that,
That's the east side.
hunt the east side,
Yeah.
especially, So, and they're going to do what they can. They're not going to be able to just rip it away overnight.
Yeah.
So they're going to chip it away.
constantly chip it away.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous. Like hunters, like we don't always constantly ask for more,
Right.
I'm not like, oh, we need a 30 deer limit, like,
Mm-hmm.
no, I'm fine. Like I like the seasons we had.
You know what I would like? I would like that if you buy a deer tag, that you can use any freaking weapon. You shouldn't
Oh,
have
yeah,
to
like-
buy the multi-season thing.
Yeah, like Idaho.
Yeah.
You should just be able to get a deer tag if you're a resident.
Yeah.
and then-
Yeah.
Montana,
whatever.
when the
and then
season's a-
hunt the
yeah.
season. Like
month
the
and a half
season's
long.
fine.
Yeah.
I understand that, but when you buy the tag, it should be good for any of the seasons.
I agree. Well, they did do that. It's called the multi-season tag, Doug.
I
But
know
the
they
kicker-
did.
the
The
kicker
kicker
is
is it's
$87
a hundred.
or
yeah,
Yeah,
they want it's just all about the money.
Yeah.
right? Just they're
'Cause
more
what
than
is it?
happy
It's
to
$140
sell a bunch of those.
$40 for the multi seasons on top of whatever the tag costs.
Right.
is
Which
you
you
gotta
don't
purchase
if
the
you
tag.
buy the Get Outdoors package or whatever, or just a combination package
It's like $20.
previous to getting the multi-season tag, then you don't get reimbursed that little bit of money that you spent on your tag. When you return that tag, you still have to pay full price for the multi-season tag. They should at least reimburse you for the amount of money that it costs you to buy
The tag.
the tag. If you had a
Yeah.
modern tag,
You have to buy both, basically.
You know
Right.
what they should do?
And you have to buy the actual tag before
And-
you can put in for it, too.
right?
Or purchase the multi-season tag, I guess.
Doug, you know what
say.
they should do? They should probably reimburse all the Washington State residents that have been putting in for spring bear.
Mm-hmm.
And we put in all that money because you have to pay money to put in for these draws. And then,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, Lorna Smith stole it because she's a thief.
Wait a minute. So it's a lottery system basically that people put in that invest in it, and then
The money was stolen.
the money was stolen.
Weird.
You know what? That
Mm-hmm.
sounds like it should be up for like a
Ma-
good conversation for a lawsuit.
Yeah, weird. Maybe they might even get a lawsuit about that here pretty soon.
Yeah, maybe. I wonder if the state could just pull millions of dollars out of nowhere from their Department of Fish and Wildlife to reimburse all the hunters that have invested in that. Do you think they have that much money extra laying around to give back to the hunters?
It's going to be interesting to find
No.
out.
Huh.
If you add that on top of what they're already being sued for,
Huh. I wonder if the
they can have
taxpayers
anything left.
of Washington State would be happy to know that their tax money that they don't have, their taxes need to go up because they need to reimburse for stupid decisions like that. I wonder if people would be happy about that.
Or pay our best friend, the Attorney General, to use our tax funds to pay him to fight us.
Yeah. I wonder if people would like that.
Bob Ferguson.
so much
Fella.
sarcasm going on.
Just go round and round and round in circles,
Right.
just pissing money away.
But to circle back to the point I was making, Doug,
Circle back here, Chris.
Yeah.
do you notice that the anti-hunters constantly chip away and try to take away our rights? But hunters, we're not always begging and beating and pleading for like, oh, we need more, we need more, we need more. We're just like a leave us alone kind of group, right? So let me go hunting, leave me alone. But the anti-hunting group is always just like, take.
Yeah.
They're,
They're all about, it's the same people that are screaming equality.
oh God.
But then when it comes to something that doesn't match with their viewpoint,
Oh yeah.
they're the first ones to
Yeah.
throw stones.
They're the ones that we're equity and inclusiveness. I'm bullshit.
No, not if your values don't
Include
line up with
hunters,
every-
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever your values are and our values are different, then that goes out the window,
Yeah, and I don't give a shit what you do. Just leave me alone.
right? That's it. I give up.
It just doesn't make any sense.
I just want to have deer tacos.
I'm gonna start a protest, and we're gonna go stand in front of Impossible Burger
Oh,
in
God.
Stanwood, and we're gonna just stand there with picket fence and just
Eat more beef.
eat more beef.
yeah.
We don't like Impossible Burger.
Oh yeah, I can't because I have 3 jobs.
Oh yeah, we have to pay for all this stuff that we're doing.
Yeah, because we all have mortgages.
Oh, we need to pay more taxes to defend ourselves from suing ourselves, right?
These guys. Doug, what are you gonna do this year for hunting?
What am I gonna do for here this hunting?
Yeah,
Oh man,
Doug's
I don't
gonna go
know.
you already
Spring bear
killed
hunting.
this giant buck.
Yeah, hopefully I got another one that hopefully is still laying around.
Dude, that's gonna be tough to top, Doug.
The other one's got a couple more stickers on it.
That's gonna be tough to top, Doug.
Yeah, but you never know what's going to show
Yeah.
up. You
Yeah,
never
and
know.
I don't know.
Speaking of,
And
not-
I could have another one of those years where all the real big boys come out because ever since that first year I hunted over there, I haven't seen anything quite that big.
Yeah,
the
Junior's pretty close.
have you seen Scott Haugen is always posting video clips of all like the blacktails he's videoing? So he had one that looked like Junior, but then he's posting these like gigantic smasher blacktail. Same with the Black Bear Pursuit.
Yeah,
Out of
which I'm wearing
California.
his hat right now.
Which is crazy is like those California blacktails. They seem like they're mixed breed with the
Okay.
muleys.
Do you guys want to go down this road?
Here we go.
Do you guys want to
Gloves off.
dive into the bench leg
Oh.
California mule deer debate?
I'm almost positive that it's got to be
Oh,
a
dude, 100%.
hybrid breed.
I don't consider a California blacktail a blacktail.
No,
I don't.
No, he didn't.
No offense, Seth, but their caliber of deer and what they look like, all their characteristics,
They're the same as
they
a mule
have
deer.
a black tail. I mean, don't get me wrong.
So do mule deer,
You
Yeah,
know, I
but
think
just not quite as
it's just
fully
not-
black.
There's mule deer blood in those genetics.
like that's you guys can't see it, but like that's like a typical blacktail here. Like
That's
you
a
can't-
Western blacktail.
Washington, like little basket rack,
All these
Yeah.
are. These are all
heavy,
Western blacktails.
dark. You know, they're
Right.
typically not this wide. They usually wrap around like my buck. They're usually fairly heavy, dark horn.
Yep.
You know,
And they have weird characteristics like this right here with it being perfectly symmetrical is very rare.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
this is the only buck I've ever seen that has ever been that symmetrical as a blacktail
Perfectly symmetrical.
on both sides.
Almost
is
like a
almost
whitetail
identical.
rack.
Yeah.
You know, 3x3 with eye guards, like a
Yeah.
whitetail.
yeah. If you didn't know any better, you could pass that off as a whitetail.
Oh yeah, 100%. You could just say, "Yeah, this is my whitetail from this year," and
Yeah.
people would be like, "Oh, cool."
Oh, that's a tiny little whitetail.
Yeah, it
Well,
looks like
that's a
that
nice-
one.
That's a decent whitetail.
Like, look at that rack and look at Doug's.
I know. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Doug's is bigger, but you know.
But it's like the blacktails up in the like Poseidon and stuff. Like
Yeah.
like they're
Those-
bench leg.
Yeah.
You know, and I consider those to be more blacktail than the California ones.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. The
I don't know, when
the
you-
blacktails in California don't do it for me.
Dude, I don't know.
Except
you see,
for that one giant one that. Have you seen that video of that massive
Yeah.
200-inch plus one?
Yeah, like blacktails don't get 200 inches though, dude.
Up
Like,
here, no.
No, not here.
you know, like in the like Prince of Wales Island, Southeast Alaska, Sitka blacktails, like there's a 3-point up on the wall. You probably can't see it in the video. It's a smasher. But like that 3-point buck probably scores about 12 in total. 1-2.
1-2.
And it's a 3x3. So, you know, I'm just saying, like, you know, I know there's some big ones up there too, but
So there's like a big difference between like a Sitka blacktail and a Columbia blacktail
yeah.
Yes.
or a Western black. So we have 3 species of blacktail in Washington.
Oh, tell me more, James.
So we have the bench leg, what I consider the bench leg blacktails, which is the Cascade blacktail,
Okay.
which is up in the Cascade region in the mountains,
okay,
right? And that
okay.
could have some mule deer blood in it, or
Right.
it could be technically be a true blacktail.
Mm-hmm.
In some areas, depending on where you're at, they consider it Cascade blacktail range. Could be even almost a pure mule deer. And then you have the Columbia blacktail, which are more like the inland foothills,
Right.
you know,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
those range, you know, they can be really big too. You know, I have some Columbia blacktails that are dandies, like that big one that I have. That's
Oh.
a Columbia blacktail.
That thing's a smasher.
Yeah, 150 something inch gross. But then there's the Western blacktail. So like everything that's basically in the I-5 corridor
Right.
and west is Western blacktail. So what basically Doug's is a Western blacktail. Yours is a Western blacktail. All the deer that we shoot around here, they're all Western blacktails.
Dandy.
And so, yeah, it's whether or not there's a big difference. I mean, that's up for debate, you know, but a Western blacktail of that caliber is massive.
Yeah.
And same with yours. I mean, yours is a dandy
Yeah.
Western blacktail.
Like
You don't see them get much bigger than that around here.
No. I mean, they're
And if you do, you're gonna
Occasionally
maybe
is, but-
you might see them once, and that's the only time you're ever gonna see them.
right. Yeah. Or you hear like a rumor of someone that shot a big one or,
Yeah.
you know, something like that. But,
yeah.
I mean, they body wise, like blacktails can get pretty big too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, not like
Doug's body, that was a big body deer.
Yeah, Doug's was a big body. Yours was pretty big body.
Yeah.
I've shot in some massive body blacktails. I even shot a blacktail that big one that I was just talking about.
Right.
That one was pushing 300 pounds, which is insane.
Yeah.
But you know where I shot that deer, it could have came out of it was in the foothills, but it could have came out of the Cascade Range
Right.
where it was at. But I don't know.
I don't know.
There's a lot of debate in the
There's a lot-
blacktail world.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is.
It's hard to say.
Yeah. These are real blacktails.
They're
though.
so mysterious, such mysterious creatures.
Yeah.
One thing's for sure is they're beautiful deer.
Yeah.
They're gorgeous racks, the dark chocolate racks, and
Yeah,
just their dark hair with their white patches and their,
Right.
you know, the
white
brows.
face.
Yeah, the,
The
white
face
faces.
is what was really cool with that dark brow.
Yeah, when they
Yeah.
have that like black colored
That
brow.
yeah, that
Right.
black brow with the white face. That
Yeah.
was what was really cool.
Yeah. That.
Just seeing that.
You
You can
like
see
how
it there.
dark that is compared to like.
Yeah,
Yeah. You know, a mule deer might have a little bit of that.
Yeah.
yeah. And
You know?
Junior was really close to that color too. I noticed that a lot of the bucks are more of a brown
Yeah.
Like a reddish brown
compared to the
Yeah.
does are more of like a gray.
Mm-hmm. Or like Chris has sometimes a white color doe.
She's lucky. She came
The
out.
albina.
Yeah, she came out right
It's not
before
true
this buck
albino.
did.
There is some albinos around
Yeah.
here though.
We have a ton of piebald.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've seen a bunch of piebald deer around here, and I have a doe that's like almost white. She walked out right before he did, and Gloria's like, "Dad, are we gonna shoot that one?" And I'm like,
No.
"No,
No, let her
we're
have
we're gonna let her make some babies."
the babies. Yeah.
Yeah, we want some piebald babies.
More piebald buck. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet.
Oh, that'd be so sweet. That'd be super sweet. You see I forget who posted it, but someone posted like a miniature piebald buck. It was
Yeah,
like,
I saw that.
yeah, it was like a little tiny. Wasn't a baby. It was a full grown deer, but it was like,
It was like a dwarfish.
yeah, like a
and,
dwarf buck, but it was piebald.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, dude, talk about hitting the lottery.
Yeah.
What a weird. Would you want to eat it though? Like,
Oh, 100%.
like, it makes you small. Oh, I'm shrinking.
You get a life size mount, it costs you like $12, dude.
use a form from a dick.
That'd be hilarious. Oh god.
Well, I think the 2024 season is going to be a good one. I'm excited for a lot of the hunts. I'm excited. Like I said, some of the new sponsors coming on. We have some really cool stuff that's going to be coming out. I'm really excited about the film on the 9th.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're hoping to do a better job of putting a lot of stuff up
Yeah.
on the old YouTube channel as well.
Yeah, we're going to be filming some more some contents for the peeps.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the thing is that we use all this awesome cool gear, and like I'm terrible about, filming it or giving reviews.
Yeah,
or,
right.
So
Which reminds me, if you haven't checked out our most recent reviews, we just did one on these binoculars, the BX4 range finding binocular from Loophole.
Yeah. Which are
Go.
friggin' sweet.
Go check it out. It's definitely worth looking into. And we also did it. What was the other one we did, Doug?
We did a review on some of the LPVO optic sights that Loophole has.
Which are what, Chris? What's the LPV?
low power variable optics. So like a lot of guys are putting them on their ARs. even some of their hunting guns, short range hunting guns. I have a ton of them personally from Leupold on my personal guns, and like I have a lot of their 1.5 to 4 power, like a VX Freedom, $299, and bulletproof scope, lifetime warranty, super handy. I actually put that optic on a bunch of the ARs, like the SBRs that I built for some of the police departments around here.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if it's good enough for the police department, it's good enough for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, Leupold's got a lot of sweet stuff. And check out their website.
The speaking of Leupold, the binos, it wasn't just a review, it was a comparison video against the Swarovski EL range, which is I think probably one of like the top tier binoculars, right? I mean, they're $4,000 because I've ran those for a bunch of years, and I've always wanted Leupold to come out with a range-finding binocular because I really like their optics. And we talk about the difference between $15.99 versus $39.99, and that's a lot of money.
Right.
That's a big difference financially, and for what you get for quality of optics and laser and all the features that it has. Like, it's kind of a hands down winner. In my opinion, like I said, I've ran those Swaros for a long time, so. And nothing against Swaros. They're not a bad bino, they're expensive, but they're good.
Yeah.
And these are much less expensive
Half the price.
and still very, very good,
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to run them through the ringer this season. I've used them, obviously, quite a bit since we got them, but looking
Did
forward
you see that they just debuted their Generation 2
Ooh.
of these?
No, was it?
I think they just did
SHOT
that at
Show?
SHOT Show, yeah. They just came out with their Gen 2.
I miss the
VX
SHOT Show.
Force.
The sneak peek release.
Yeah. I was like, maybe pretty soon we'll be getting our hands on some of those Generation 2s.
Well, they're going to be going to South Africa and, going to get the crap beat out of them over there.
Yeah.
It'll be fun to put them through the test
So,
and
yeah.
and see what they're really going to be capable
Yeah.
of.
What they hold up to.
Yeah. I mean, we've
We use and abuse
used
our
them
stuff.
quite a bit, but
Yeah.
not like I'd like to see how it plays out over a long time of
Right.
hard
Using.
abuse,
Yeah. Their stuff, I've had really, really, really good
I
luck.
know
like,
their scopes hold up.
yeah. Like, I put that red dot, I modified my, I got a double barrel 470 Nitro Express that I modified to take one of their red dot sights.
Yeah.
And I took it up to Alberta and shot the shit out of some bears with it.
Mm-hmm.
Zero issues.
Yeah.
I mean, and if you've never shot a 470 Nitro Express, the cartridges is about yay big. I mean, it's.
Yeah.
Are you going to bring that to Africa?
Oh yeah.
I was half tempted about thinking about putting one of those on the 460
Oh yeah. You totally should. Yeah.
because my dad was wondering, it's like, yeah, good luck trying to find a sight that'll work on that gun where it doesn't get blown out every time you shoot
I bet
it.
you it would hold up.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's worth a try.
Yeah.
You could always take it off if it doesn't work.
Yeah.
They're super tough. I mean, I got them on.
I mean, I know my accuracy would go up a lot,
a bunch
Dude.
of.
especially with that gun.
If Chris can put it on a 470 Nitro Express with the amount of impact that has, there's no reason why you couldn't put it on your
Yeah.
460.
On my
Yeah, we
handguns
need
that
to
I
go
have 'em on.
shoot. We need to go shoot it, James.
Yeah.
know.
I mean, I got them. I got probably a dozen of them on my handguns, and I hammer the crap out of those things. Never once had a problem. So
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I think you should do it.
Leupold comes out with all kinds of good.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
I love
Big
that.
fan. I've used a lot of different optics, so I feel like I have a pretty good,
I've never had a problem personally
No.
with Leupold.
Even if you, the thing is, like, even if you have a failure, which you use something enough, you make enough things, something's going to fail eventually. Or maybe you have a product like there's a defect in the metal or, in the anything, right? They're so good about replacing stuff and fixing stuff, and their warranty's incredible. And like I said, I've had to use it before because, I had a scope get run over. So, obviously the electronics aren't, they're not lifetime warranty, which you can't expect
It's
that.
a 2-year warranty on the electronics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you
But-
could never expect to have a lifetime warranty on electronic.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be nice. Maybe they will last the test of time. I don't know. we'll find out.
We're about to find out.
I'm gonna
Well,
put it through
we're
the
about
ringer.
to find out in like 20 years.
Time machine engaged.
I still have like some of my binoculars from Leupold from when I was a kid, dude.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
still use them. They're sitting in my house. Like I look down at the lake and just like look at ducks. That's the ones I let the kids use, my old ones,
Right.
you know, but they're still perfectly fine.
I had a good buddy I used to hunt with, and he had the crappiest. Like, I think he found them in a dumpster. I'm not joking. They were free. I'm almost positive he found them in a dumpster, and they were like 8x32s, and like you couldn't see through them. He could still spot deer with them somehow, but when I got those Swaros, I was like, "Hey, dude." I had chipped mine. They were the 10x50 Olympics, and they were freaking awesome binos. And they had sent me a brand new pair because I had chipped it, and I sent it in to say, "Hey, can you fix this?" They sent me a brand new pair, like free of charge.
Yeah.
And so I gave those binos to that guy, and he's just been the deer killing a son of a bitch. Like,
Really?
oh yeah, yeah. He shot some dandy bucks now that he can see them. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so it's been passed on. It's been
Nice.
passed on. Yeah,
It goes to show how important a good set of binos can be.
yeah.
Especially if you're spending a lot of time glassing. Like the way that I used to hunt when I was younger, I didn't spend a lot of time glassing.
Neither did I.
Spend a lot of time hiking.
Yeah,
and
a lot of
walking
time.
and
Yeah.
looking, but not really glassing.
Right.
I'm still like pretty guilty of just using my scope to glass a lot of the time. Like if I see something off in the distance, I'll just put my gun up and look through my scope.
Don't
Yeah,
say that,
well,
James.
most of
We're
the
getting
time-
so,
most
we're
of
gonna
the
get so
time-
much hate mail now.
Most of the time, how
whatever.
we've always hunted, like that's pretty much the amount of time
Well,
you
I'm not
got. You
saying
don't
if-
have time.
If I
You
see
don't have-
something in Hunter Orange, I'm not going to put my gun on it.
Yeah.
Or like if I see something that looks like a deer, you know.
I'm the
How
glad
we grew up hunting pretty much is like if you see something, the chances of you getting a shot, you better just put your gun up
Yeah,
and look at
that's
it.
that's where it came from. Is because a lot of
Yeah.
times when I was younger, I would do something, fumble around, and be like, "Oh, my binoculars!" I'd look like, "Oh, it's a whitetail buck. Oh, it's running away now."
Yeah.
And it's like, well, if I would have put my gun up and looked at my scope, I would have known, and then just flipped my safety off and shot.
Yeah.
I'm the glasser of the group. I get it. You guys are looking.
You
down on
are
this one.
guilty. Of
We've
that,
always
by the
just
way.
been
Chris
just
always
been
puts
cowboy
binos
killing
on
sons
first.
of bitches,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. It takes me 3 times as long to get anywhere because I'm like this the whole time. I've never even closed my bino heart, so it's always open. Rain,
know.
snow, doesn't matter because I'm always like, oh, what's that? Oh, what's that?
I have noticed.
I have to force myself to look through my binoculars
So do
a lot
I.
more
Not
because
me.
I've always just been able to see stuff with a naked eye faster and easier than with a set of
Yeah.
binoculars, you know.
So do I usually. The only time I really would glass a lot is if I was in somewhere where I knew like stuff could be missed easily.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, 100%.
But
So that's my pro tip of the day right there, boys. Lots and lots of glassing.
Spend more time glassing.
Spend more time glassing.
it really does pay off. Oh, sorry. I'm just getting the yawns, I guess. There's lots of situations where
There's
just
lots-
sitting and waiting and glassing really pays off.
I bet you 80% of this dead stuff in here was found through my binos.
That's a good pro tip.
I believe it.
Yeah.
So I guess it's time to wrap this up. Make sure you guys come out to the event next weekend,
Yep.
February 9th
Yeah.
February
at the Lincoln
Lincoln
Theater.
Yeah.
Tickets. Oh yeah, we should probably tell people that
Tickets are $25.
You
They're
have to buy
available.
them online.
You have to buy them online. And actually, I guess you could show up in person, but you also risk not being able to get a ticket if it sells out. So, which
Yeah, just buy it ahead of time.
Buy it ahead of
Save
time.
yourself
Yeah,
the
go
trouble.
to the Lincoln Theater
Or you-
website.
you can go to our website and there's a
Our
link.
website. The
Yeah.
link is on our website. Yep, right
So-
on the front page.
Yeah.
Come out, win
Can't
some
miss it.
stuff.
It's going to have some sweet
We're
stuff.
gonna have
to
all
win.
the stuff out there.
Yeah.
Win some of Chris's guns out of his gun shop.
Yeah, there's gonna be a sweet gun to win. There's gonna be sweet range finding binoculars, Montana Knife Company knives, Black Rifle coffee. Really, I love these sunglasses. By the way, Leupold sunglasses.
Really
That's
nice
awesome. Don't
sunglasses.
have enough of them.
Yeah, I know. I just put a pair down in my Arizona house. I was like, these are staying down here because
Yeah.
they're awesome.
Nice.
They're super nice. Well, Doug, wrap us up.
Well, thanks again to our sponsors for all the sweet stuff, and can't wait to see what the event brings for that.
Yep.
And until next time, stay humble and hunt hard.